This is my entire kit list for the West Highland Way. I'm doing it over 7 days. I'm doing it solo. It's my first proper through hike, and I've managed to get my base weight, not including food, under 10 kg. And my entire kit weight, including food, is just under 11 kg. So let's have an in-depth look at everything that I am taking. I think I've done quite well considering I'm a huge overpacker. If you've watched my channel, you will know. Like, someone has actually nicknamed me Natalie 5 Tables because I take so much stuff. And I've had to really strip everything back. I have went through this kit several times. It has been packed and repacked and rechecked and stuff removed and stuff added right up until 2 minutes ago. But this is the final loadout for the West Highland Way. There is no going back now. I need to pack. I'm flying in the morning, so let's get into this. My sleeping bag of choice is the Ice Flame. I got this in 3 to 4 season because I'm a cold girl. So I want to be nice and cozy. Next up then, I have a dry bag which has my sleep layers and my down jacket. I'm going to go through everything properly, so I will just lift them out here and show you. Merino wool socks that are for bedtime. My Rab jacket, which is actually synthetic. It's not proper down. I always refer to it as my down jacket, but it's actually synthetic. I can't afford a real down jacket. But it's actually ideal for Scotland because it's going to be damp, it's going to be wet, and if it gets wet, it's not as bad than if I was to be wearing a down jacket. So yeah, that is just for night time. And then I have my merino wool top and my merino wool trousers. I also have a snood in there because I like to plait my hair and tuck all my hair in and just have my face out. I am a cold person, so might be a wee bit overkill, but I like to have my cozy stuff for bedtime. Okay, next up then I have got socks and pants. Sock wise, I am wearing Injiji toe socks. Then I have a pair of Darn Tough socks, which I will alternate between them two. And then I have 2 other anti-blister socks in here, which I'm hoping is enough. I have a thin merino wool long sleeve top. I have got lightweight shorts and a t-shirt. I have got a little vest top, a sun hat, a miniature hairbrush, and then this little kit is, I have got a sleep mask in here because it's not going to be dark until about 11:30 in Scotland at the minute, so a sleep or eye mask. I have a little pouch of foot powder, a tub of Trail Skin all natural reviving foot balm. So when I get to camp, I'm going to plaster my feet in this and put my Crocs on, and then at the end of the night I'm going to give my feet another wee wash, put some powder on, and then into my socks. In here I also have a little box with 2 earplugs. I'm not normally an earplug type of person, but I figured I'm going to be camping near people. There's a possibility they're going to be close to me and there's going to be noise, so I brought some earplugs. I brought 1 packet of hand warmers. Emma, my little Scottish TikTok friend, if you're watching this, you will be so proud of me that I have only in fact packed 1 packet of hand warmers anyone that knows me or watches me, I will not camp without these, and I normally take several pairs, but I have the one pair. And then also, and this is a little luxury item, it's a little like acupuncture kind of ball for rolling out the arches of my feet come the end of the day. So I do think that little pack will be handy. It's a couple of little luxury items that I just think will make the difference to the end of each night. Next up then, I have got a packet of wet wipes, just a wee small pack. I did try and go out and get, do you know, the wee ones that you just add water to, but I've left it too late in the game, so a pack of face wipes. This is my wash kit, which doesn't actually have anything to wash myself. So I'm going to be wipe washing myself, and then days where I'm going to be in accommodation, I can use the shower gel and stuff, or I can go to the shop and just buy something. So yeah, in this little kit then, I have got a little mini antiperspirant. I've got a roll of doggy bags. I have a little tiny tub of Vaseline, which can be used for a whole range of purposes. I have a miniature toothpaste. Again, I probably could have saved weight by taking like toothpaste tablets or something, but hey ho. Toothbrush. I've got a lip balm, which is also SPF. And then I have two little containers. One is moisturizer, and this one is filled with hand sanitizer gel. So that is my entire wash kit, which I have changed a million times. So yeah, hopefully it will suffice on the trail anyway. Next up then, I have a 1 litre Nalgene bottle and a pure clear water filter bottle. I know there is plenty of water throughout the West Highland Way, but I would prefer to have something on me just in case I did end up drinking out of the river. It weighs next to nothing. If I was replacing this with just a regular bottle, it's going to weigh about the same. So yeah, I have that with me. Next up, I have smidge spray and a little net, a microfiber cloth for drying down the tint, and then in this little pouch I have a couple of different things. So it's just random little bits and bobs that I don't want floating about in the bottom of my bag. So I have paracord, a little repair kit for my mat. I have water purification tablets, and these are like emergency matches that light even if they're wet. Next up then, I have my two first aid kits. One is technically a foot care kit and the other is my main first aid kit. So the foot care one, to begin with, I have a wee selection of different things in here. So I've got Trail Skin, the anti-chafe salve. So that is to prevent blisters. I'm going to smother my feet in this. I also got their little trench foot cream. I'm not wearing waterproof footwear, so that will be good on any days where it's absolutely pissing down. Then I have different sizes of competes and a selection of moleskin. So what I done was I pre-measured and cut moleskin to different areas where I think I may need it, and then I round it off tediously every single edge, just so there's not like a proper straight edge on them and it won't be catching on my socks. So I have loads and loads in there, probably a bit overkill to be honest. I could have saved maybe a tiny bit more weight by not taking just as much, but I would rather have too much than too little. Then on to my main first aid kit. By the way, these little pouches I got from Wild Sky Gear on eBay. They're just little DCF pouches. So in my main first aid kit then I have hydrocortisone cream, is that how you say that? For if I get any bites. Whoop. I have a little miniature pair of scissors. I've got tick removers, nail clippers. I have a little needle just in case I need to pop a blister. I wanted something there that I can use that's sterile, and a little mini bandage. Next then I have a selection of plasters, some alcohol wipes. Next then is paracetamol, antihistamines, anti-diarrhea tablets, and some painkillers. So that is everything that is in my first aid kit. Next up is my cooking pot, which is from Wild Camping International, and inside it I have a couple of cappuccino sachets, a lighter, and my stove. Next I've got some electrolyte tablets and 2 of these little fuel, they're like jelly, so they're orange flavour and they have carbs and yeah, give you energy. So I have 2 of those, and then I have a real meal bar. The food that I'm taking with me was kindly gifted to me by Base Camp Foods, so shout out to Base Camp Foods. They supplied me with a whole range of gels, freeze-dried meals, energy bars, and I have used these out on different camps in preparation for the West Highland Way. And then I'm taking a little selection with me, and then I still actually have some spare. So going with me then is Summit to Eat spicy pasta. I'm not even going to try and say that word at the end, but yeah, spicy pasta. Then I have an Expedition Foods fish and potato with parsley sauce, which sounds unbelievable. Then I've got 2 breakfasts. So I've got the Summit to Eat morning oats with raspberry, and then the Expedition Foods porridge with strawberries. So I have chosen to take 2 breakfasts with me because I always wake up really, really early whenever I have a camp, and I know there will be some days where I'll set off before anywhere opens, before I can even get a breakfast. So that's why I've chose to bring some meals with me. I do know you can get food all over the West Highland Way, and it's not really necessary, but just in case I do start the trail early, I've got 2 breakfasts there. And then my 2 dinners, I think on night 2 I will be using one, and possibly on night 4 I may be using the other one. So my plan is wild camp, then I'm staying in a pod, which is a great opportunity on day 3 to recharge all my devices, get my stuff washed, wash me in the shower. Yeah, so I think wild camp, staying in a pod at a campsite. Then it's going to be wild camp bunkhouse, because I want to have that experience of sleeping in one, because I've never done it. So bunkhouse. So that's another opportunity then to recharge everything, get myself washed, wash any clothes, and dry anything out that needs dried out. And then a campsite camp. So yeah, I have a wee selection. I think it's 3 wild camps and 3 nights that'll be a bunkhouse or just a normal campsite. So electronic wise then, I'm taking with me a head torch. I know it's going to be light up until about 11:30, But because I am doing wild camps as well, I kind of want a torch for going out for late night peas and stuff. So I have my head torch with me. I then have this little plug. It's by Ugreen. It's fast charging and it has 2 USB-C and USB-A. And then I have 3 fast charging cables. They're a bit long. I could have reduced the weight by getting shorter wires, but it is what it is. Then I have my Flextail pump, which was kindly gifted to me by Flextail. I have a discount code, by the way, Natalie. Is it Natalie 15 or Natalie 20? I think it's Natalie 15. I'll double check. I'll put it on the screen for Flextail. So if you're buying off their website, stick that in. That'll get you a discount. They also kindly gifted me 2 of their ultra lightweight power banks. So I'm taking 2 of those with me, and also Nightcore gifted me the head torch and one of their power banks. So it's going to be a good opportunity to really test these against each other and see which I prefer. Then I am taking my DJI action camera and my batteries for it, and then this little light that slides on the top. I could have left this at home. I doubt there's going to be much nighttime filming, but it doesn't weigh that much, and it's an extra little light for the tent should I need one. Then I am taking my DJI drone. This is the Mini 4 Pro, and the controller for that. I only have the 1 battery for it, sad times. So there's no extra batteries going with me for that. So that is absolutely everything that I am taking with me. So my choice of backpack is the Atom Pack Prospector, and I absolutely love it. I've got 1 hip belt on this side. I wish I had got 2, but I've got 1 hip belt. It is the 50-litre Prospector, and then I have got the Roo as well. So that is everything that I'm taking on the West Highland Way. I fly tomorrow. I am shitting it. I really hope I manage to do this. I am doing it for a charity as well, Action Mental Health, and I've raised, well, you guys have raised nearly £1,000. My target is £1,000. I'm confident I'll reach that for me coming back from the West Highland Way, but I would really love to maybe get a little bit more. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, now to get this all packed away, get my passport hooked out, and get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow I am flying from Belfast to Glasgow and I'm going to solo hike the West Highland Way.